Hey guys, what is up? The Gaming Gadget here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about The Flash Season 4, episode number 23, otherwise known as the season finale, with the question of what mistake did Barry's daughter Nora make? Now guys, really the only thing that would make sense to me about what mistake she could have made is possibly stopping the Voe. We know that she knew the Speed Force language, and the only people who know the Speed Force language are people who have been enlightened. First off, we know that Harry knows it as he was writing it in this last episode, and we also know that Barry knew it, and although the Voe didn't necessarily enlighten him, he was stuck in the Speed Force from his perspective for who knows how long, and probably forgot just about everything, which would include his mathematical skills, his scientific skills, his language skills, his memories, pretty much everything that Harry has forgotten as well. Meaning that he'd be back to his primitive state, and therefore would know the Speed Force language to be his main language. So that's kind of why he would be writing it as well, because he too, in a sense, has been enlightened. Then we know that our mystery girl, who we now know as Nora Allen, Barry's daughter, has written it as well, one of the first times that we saw her. Therefore, we can imply that she has once been enlightened as well. Most likely because the Voe, in her timeline, took over. The Enlightenment was actually a success back then, and therefore he was able to take over the minds of everyone, including her. Now, the reason why she was able to gain these skills back is because it may be possible that if you are able to escape the Enlightenment zone, that you could possibly slowly have reversal effects, and then somehow gain back your memory, your language skills, your scientific, mathematical skills, and everything else that you may have forgotten as well. And so that kind of may have been what happened with her. It also may be possible that the Enlightenment may not have as strong enough effect on speedsters, since their brain does process everything a lot faster, and so therefore the Enlightenment may not be able to affect it quite as much. And since Barry's daughter is a speedster herself, she may not have ever been affected by the Enlightenment, but yet was able to learn the language since everybody else was writing it. And yes, Barry and Iris still would have a kid, even with the Voe rolling, because he does know that there is no way the human race can stay alive if there isn't such a thing as reproduction. So that is why he would allow them to have a kid in the first place. Now, the reason why this would be a mistake for her stopping the Voe is that it could make her timeline crumble. She may even actually die because Barry and Iris may not have decided to have a kid in a timeline where the Enlightenment didn't happen. And now the timeline that we get in Season 5 may be kind of her version of Flashpoint. But guys, that is going to do it for today's theory, so make sure you tell me your thoughts on it down below. If you guys do have any other theories on why she is here and how she could have made a mistake, please tell me down below. I'd love to hear them, and I'll try to respond to as many of them as possible. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. In next season, as I said, we're going to be dealing a lot with Nora and how her actions here may have affected the future, as well as how they may have affected the present and what she was kind of doing here in this season. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for that. But I'll see you guys all next time. Thanks for watching, and of course, Gadget on.